All right, Bookpecker crew, we're back with Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter, diving into Chapter 3 for Lesson 3, Mind Your Own Business. This chapter's like a firecracker, urging you to stop slaving for someone else's dream and start building your own wealth. I'm pumped to break it down, imagining us swapping stories over a cold brew about how to take charge of our financial future. Hamburgers or real estate? Picture Ray Kroc, the McDonald's legend, dropping a bombshell on a bunch of MBA students in 1974. I'm not in the hamburger business. My business is real estate. It's the jaw-dropping opener of Chapter 3, and it's a total game changer. You think you know what a business is about, then bam! Kroc flips the script, revealing that McDonald's real wealth comes from owning prime land, not flipping burgers. Right away, I'm hooked, wondering what my business could be if I looked beyond the obvious. The big picture: your business is your assets. Chapter 3 hammers home a simple but revolutionary idea. To get rich, focus on your business, your asset column, not your job's paycheck. Most people work their whole lives for someone else: the company owner, the government, via taxes, and the bank, via mortgages. They're so busy chasing raises or promotions, they forget to build something for themselves. Robert's rich dad taught him and Mike early to mind their own business, meaning grow their assets, things like real estate, stocks, or businesses that generate income, while keeping their day jobs. The chapter builds on Lesson 2's asset versus liability rule, stressing that financial struggle comes from mistaking your profession, say being a banker, for your business. Owning assets that make money. Robert shares how he and his wife Kim kept their jobs, but poured energy into buying real estate and small stocks, creating a cash flow machine that let them retire young. It's a wake-up call. Stop polishing someone else's dream and start building your own financial foundation. The rich get ahead by making their money work 24/7, not by working harder for a boss. Key moments and themes, from burgers to big wins. This chapter's packed with moments that make you rethink everything. The Ray Kroc story is pure gold. Those MBA students laughing, thinking he's joking, only to learn McDonald's owns more real estate than the Catholic Church. It's a vivid lesson that wealth often hides behind what you think a business is. I'm already wondering what other companies are playing a deeper game. Another standout is Robert's explanation of minding your own business. He contrasts his poor dad, who pushed for a safe job, with rich dad, who urged him to buy assets he loved, like real estate. Robert shares his own path, keeping his Marine Corps and Xerox gigs while trading properties and small-cap stocks. It's inspiring to see how he balanced a job with building wealth, and it makes the idea feel doable. The bit about his $400 golf club dropping to $150 the moment he used it? Ouch! That hit home, reminding me of every cool purchase I've regretted. The chapter also paints a grim picture of the middle class: couples who marry, buy a house, and get trapped in debt, or parents who realize too late they're not ready for retirement. It's a stark warning about the rat race, where job security and assets like cars or golf clubs eat your money. Robert lists real assets, businesses you don't run, stocks, bonds, income-generating real estate, royalties, and it's like a roadmap to freedom. The kicker? Rich people buy luxuries last, using asset income, while others borrow for bling and sink deeper in debt. Kim's Mercedes, bought with apartment cash flow, is a flex that feels earned. Themes are crystal clear. Focus on assets, not income. Love what you invest in, and don't confuse your job with your wealth. Robert stresses financial literacy, knowing accounting and cash flow to spot good investments. He also warns against following the crowd's safe path, which often leads to riskier lives with no financial cushion. I'm nodding along, thinking how often I've prioritized a paycheck over a plan. Emotions and conflicts. Urgency meets opportunity. Chapter 3 stirs a whirlwind of emotions. The Ray Kroc anecdote sparks curiosity and a bit of awe. Who else is winning at a game I didn't even know was being played? But there's urgency too, in the stories of workers downsized with nothing to show, or couples stuck in debt. It's like a warning bell. Don't let this be you. The image of parents scrambling as their own parents get sick hits hard. It's a fear I've felt, wondering if I'm saving enough for the future. The conflict's internal. Your habits versus your potential. Robert's pushing you to break free from the work harder, buy stuff cycle. But it's tough when society screams, "Your house is your biggest asset," or "Get a better job." There's tension in unlearning that, especially when he calls out net worth as a lie. Selling your stuff often nets less after taxes. I felt a mix of frustration and hope. Frustration at how many traps I've fallen into. Hope that starting small with assets can change the game. There's also a quiet rebellion in Robert's voice. He and Mike, by their teens, were already distancing themselves from school's get-a-job dogma, learning from Rich Dad's real-world wisdom. It's empowering but daunting. Choosing your own path means standing out, and that's scary. I'm fired up to rethink my own business, but I know it'll take discipline. Character development. Robert's a builder, not a worker. Robert's our guide, and in Chapter 3, he's a grown-up reflecting on lessons that let him retire at 47. He's not just a dreamer, he's a doer, showing how he and Kim built wealth while keeping day jobs. His love for real estate and small stocks shines through, making him relatable. He's not chasing every asset, just the ones he vibes with. Mike's a shadow here, running the family empire, but his success backs up the lesson. Minding your business works. Rich Dad's the star mentor, dropping wisdom like Kroc's real estate secret and urging Robert to love his investments. His contrast with Poor Dad, who saw a job as security, drives the point home. Your mindset shapes your money. I see myself in Robert, wanting to shift from employee to asset builder, but knowing it's a mental leap. My take, this chapter's a wake-up call. Holy smokes! Chapter 3 is a banger. The Ray Kroc story is a mic drop moment that makes you question everything. Robert's breakdown of minding your own business is so clear it's like a flashlight in a fog. Focus on assets, not paychecks, and suddenly wealth feels possible. I love how he makes it practical, listing assets like real estate and stocks, and his point about loving what you invest in hit me hard. I'm already eyeing my budget, wondering what I can skip to start small. My only tiny wish? A bit more on how Robert picked his first real estate deal. Specifics would have been juicy. But honestly, the clarity here is fire. The luxury last rule with Kim's Mercedes story is such a flex. It's not about saying no to nice things. It's about earning them the rich way. This chapter's got me itching to stop working for the man and start my own business, even if it's just a tiny asset to start. It's not just advice, it's a mindset shift. Takeaways: build your business, not someone else's. What's the big lesson? Mind your own business by growing your asset column, not your paycheck. Your job's your profession, but your wealth's your business. Buy assets like real estate, stocks, or businesses that make money while you sleep. Love what you invest in, keep expenses low, and buy luxuries last with asset income. Don't fall for the net worth trap or society's work harder myth. Build a financial foundation that's yours. The rich get ahead by making money their employee, not their boss. What about you, Bookpecker fam? Ever realized you were building someone else's dream instead of your own? Maybe you've got a side hustle or an asset you're proud of. Tell me about it. Drop your stories in the comments, And let's keep this wealth building fire burning.